Destiny doesn't understand apartheid.
Okay, help me.
When I think of apartheid, I think of two things. I think one is I think of a form of racial domination that is like explicitly and avowedly like racial in character.
Under international law, of which apartheid is a crime, race includes racial identity but also ethnicity and nationality. So this Weasley argument...
So when we're talking about apartheid, right, I'm talking about apartheid as it existed in South Africa. Now, whether the International Convention on the elimination of the crime of apartheid or whatever, or the international convention, whatever it is for apartheid, it does include national identity. While that's true, you would still need to be very careful in the application, right? Because no country in the world gives the same rights to people of other nationalities as they do to their own citizens. But, okay.
The argument that Zionists use to excuse apartheid doesn't actually apply.
And two, I think of it as like a state dealing with its citizens. So a state controls all of its citizens and it says this race is better than this race and that race is better than that race, and that's it.
This is another big way in which Zionists try to get away with apartheid denial. This pseudo-understanding of apartheid not only has zero basis in the crime of apartheid, but betrays a complete misunderstanding of apartheid historically in South Africa, the case the crime was based on. A core part of the grand apartheid project in South Africa was the 1970 Bantu Homeland Citizenship Act, literally stripped the citizenship of black South Africans in favour of these fake Bantustan citizenships, which weren't dissimilar to the identification afforded to Palestinians right now.
Yeah, but I feel like you're kind of like, that's kind of my point, right? Is that you're doing something to the citizens that live under your country, right? So maybe it is stripping them of citizenship, but you're not like invading and doing something to other people, but these are like your own citizens. This is one of the things that makes it such an egregious, I guess, affront to your rights, right? But
would Destiny say back then in 1970 that South Africa had gotten rid of all of its apartheid problems and then, you know, the black Transkian people like Mandela simply had to resolve the territorial dispute? Muddying the waters and...
Well, no, because they were literally kicked out of like the... I'm pretty sure... I don't... My history on, by the way, apartheid is not great, but it was taking citizens that were already recognized citizens of your country and then finding ways to like lock them into these... I don't even know how to pronounce it, the Bataustans or whatever, the Batausai, Roroni Kenshin. You were like stripping rights from people that were your own citizens.
Inflationary rhetoric is key to Zionist discourse. In this video here, I go into how inflationary rhetoric is a device used to goad otherwise normal and moderate people into justifying genocide.
Based.